Hello, welcome everyone to our business presentation this evening. My name is Katrin and I am partnering with Zinzino more than 3 years. And I am a well-being entrepreneur. I'm working in the kind of mental health mindset space, mindfulness, and work around frequency healing. So one thing I really focus on is really prevention and fundamental cell health, where Zinzino, as you probably know when you're on the call already, because you've probably seen the customer presentation, know it fits in perfectly. And what I want to do tonight is kind of give a little bit of an overview how we work from the business side, and why Zinzino is such a point of difference as well, what's out in the market, and why it's such a great opportunity for everyone to join now. I'm going to leave some room for questions at the end. So I'm just going to get started and share a little bit as well my journey with this, and why I really feel this is the future of health and some really exciting opportunity for everyone to get started with this. So Zinzino is a company from Scandinavia. And I think we all just need to look around in our area where we live, who we live with, our friends, family, people we know. I think we are all trying to stay healthy, feel good, and stay fit. Most of the people, at least. But at the same time, we can really see in the world that health-related problems are increasing. And it's really time to ask why. And when we look at the UK, and I think this is just kind of one overview, but you can look in kind of maybe when you live, Katie, I know you're in New Zealand, so you can really look up for yourself in regards to what's the health condition of the country you live in. And for example, in the UK, 1 in 4 adults have 2+ health conditions. And this equates to approximately 14.2 million people in England with multiple conditions. And 30% of people with 4+ conditions are under the age of 65 years. So in my opinion, the status of the world in regards to health is really alarming. And the good thing, though, is as well that what we can see in the media, kind of we see there's a lot happening around as well, looking at like, why is this happening? And what are the root causes of problems we are seeing everywhere? And one part which is really clear and identified is ultra-processed food, processed food, and really the new ways of, not really new ways, but the ways of how we farm are really impacting our health. Of course, nutrition is one pillar or like one puzzle piece. There are more, like it's as well like stress. I mean, that's something I really experienced. I used to work in the corporate world for more than 15 years in the sporting goods industry. And one big thing is why I'm here is as well that I noticed how much the stress level, kind of the eating habits in that environment as well, kind of running from meeting to meeting, always being busy, eating under stress, really impacted my own health. So it's really kind of that we start to look at these things to make sure that we can actually create change in the way we live. And it's really at kind of with the people we work with, and one of them is Dr. Paul Clayton, and all these kind of like really intelligent brains all around nutrition, like the way we live, really identified 4 key problems we have in the world, which are caused by our industrial diet and our low energy lifestyles. And the number one is chronic inflammation. This is the key concept I want to just touch base on quickly to remind everyone, is really the leading cause in this. And this is where we have a great concept with the test and retest to really target this problem. Dysbiosis, gut health, is such an issue. It's because we have a lot of processed food in our diet, a lot of medication, which really harms our microbiome. Type B malnutrition. We are overfed, but we are undernourished, unfortunately. And then we have a glycemic mismatch. Diabetes 2, for example, was never a childhood illness. And nowadays, a lot of children are diagnosed with diabetes 2 already really early in life. And what we are really looking into is we created the antidote with the health protocol towards these root causes and problems we see. And one thing we really, because of that, have to look at, and I want to focus on the chronic inflammation for the beginning, is really the history of omega-6 and omega-3. Omega-6 is a pro-inflammatory essential fatty acid. Omega-3 is an anti-inflammatory essential acid. Both of those fatty acids we are not able to produce ourselves, so we have to take it in from our diets. And when we really look into kind of the history of our DNA and how we are meant to be set up as human beings, the ratio between omega-6 and omega-3 should be 1:1. When we look into science and what research recommends nowadays, you can be around 3:1 and below to still be in an anti-inflammatory state in the body. Unfortunately, we saw a big shift in the 60s, where I don't think it's a coincidence, because this is really when we had an impact of lifestyle changes in regards to stress levels, how we live, very indoor and not very connected to nature, but then as well, a big change in our food industry. And unfortunately, there was a big shift in regards to the omega-6 and omega-3 ratio. And nowadays, what we are seeing in our tests and what we're seeing in the research, the average person is 15:1 or even higher, 25 and plus more. The plus 3 years I'm working with Zinzino, I think the highest score I had with someone was 103:1. And what that really means, for example, when you say 25:1, means that I have 25 like little fires in my body and only one firefighter. It means we are creating an environment in our body which is inflamed. And what that means as well, that our body is constantly fighting against those inflammations, but it can't succeed because it doesn't have enough omega-3 anti-inflammatory fatty acids and properties to actually win that battle. And Zinzino is really focusing on science, research, and testing. So we are working with the Vitas laboratory in Oslo in Norway. And all these tests are scientifically based, home administrable, independently managed and analyzed by Vitas laboratory. It's completely anonymous. And Vitas is actually the leader in dry blood testing, the world leader in dry blood testing. So they are an independent laboratory. We're actually just buying the tests from them to send to our clients. We have 3 tests to date. The balance test, that's the one I'm going to focus on this evening. But we as well have the vitamin D test and an HbA1c test, which is a blood sugar test. And all these tests are dry blood tests. What that means is actually that they give us an insight of the last 120 days on, for example, in regards to the balance test, how we did feed our body in regards to our fatty acids, our main 11 fatty acids. And what we can really find out in this way is if we are in the danger zone. Are we below 3:1, or are we actually higher, 15:1 or even 25:1? And we see big variations between people. And this is the beauty of this. It's a personalized approach. So you can do the test at home, you send it off to the Vitas laboratory, and then you get your results online anonymously after 10 to 20 days, depending where you live in the world. And you can go through the whole details about the test. We, as the independent partners, are helping our clients, our partners to learn about the test, to understand the test, and to really understand why we are doing what we are doing. And as I said, the test is anonymously analyzed from our independent partner, Vitas Analytical Services. As you can see here, they are working with all different partners around the world, with different universities, other companies. And I really recommend you to check out what they do, because they do amazing work since decades now, really around dry blood testing. And what we are seeing actually with the biggest database we actually have in those fatty acids overviews, we tested more than 1.2 million people around the world. And this is really the biggest database you can find around this kind of analysis. And what this really shows us that 97% of the global population is not below 3:1. And I want to let that sink in for a moment, because this is a huge number. In Europe, you can see 95% are not below 3:1. What that means, on one hand, we are walking into a health crisis. People are walking around with silent inflammation in the body. What that means as well, and I know that's why you're here tonight, it means a huge business opportunity. I just wanted to show a couple of statistics. You can look them up online under zinzinotest.com. We have actually a live ticker of all the tests being done around the world. And because I know most of the people are from the UK, I wanted to show how much we tested. We tested almost 21,000 people in the United Kingdom. I actually looked up how many people live in the United Kingdom. It's more than 67 million people. So you can make the math about this opportunity for yourself, but you can see the average person who is testing before they start with the product we are offering, which I will share in a minute, are 14:1. And after 4 months, they are actually down to 3.1:1. I wanted to show another statistic from Germany, not because I live there, but because Germany is our biggest market today. And even there, we just scratched the surface. So in Germany, we tested around 121,000 people. The average German is around 15.4:1 and is down after 4 months, down to 2.9:1. So you see this massive opportunity on one hand to really help people to get back into balance, to get a healthier life, but as well the kind of business opportunity we are looking at. And the most important thing is that what we do actually works. And this is really powerful with the concept. First of all, we can test, we can give a product, and then after 4 months, we can retest, because after 4 months, the cell, the dry blood, or the red blood cells we are testing are actually recreating themselves. So we can actually see after 4 months, the changes on cell level. And why our balance oil is different from the omega-3 supplements you see in the market is really the synergistic formula, which is really intelligently combined. Because what we looked at, and mainly Dr. Clayton and his team and the doctors and researchers we work with, was really like, how is the omega-3 actually kept fresh in the algae or the fish? Because omega is really fragile, it oxidates really quickly. And what they found actually that the omega-3 is kept fresh through polyphenols. And this is how we created this very intelligently created product, is that we actually took 60% fish oil, or we have a vegan option as well available with algae, and 40% pre-harvested premium extra virgin olive oil, which is really high in polyphenols. And what we did, that actually when we extract the omega-3 out of the fish or the algae, we add the polyphenols right away into the omega-3 mix again, so it actually can stay fresh longer. So it actually has time to go all the way through our digestive system into the cell where it's needed. What's really important as well, when you look at from kind of who can take this, obviously it's all food derived. So all the products we do are food sourced. So you can take it, for example, the balance oil you take very importantly during pregnancy, for example, but then as well you can feed this balance oil already to a 6-month-old baby when they start eating proper food. What's important as well, it's, for example, GMP certified, but as well informed sport. And that's really important, especially for the athletes we're working with, because no professional athlete would ever touch this product if it would not have that certification of informed sport. So we actually work, I'm going to share that in a minute, that we work already with a lot of athletes, and they're really seeing amazing results in regards to recovery, and in regards to cognitive function, for example. But obviously, that's just a small part of what we are doing. But I just wanted to call that out because informed sport means as well that everything is batch tested. So it's the highest quality of product we have in hand. And as I said, what's important to understand, we can track. We test, we retest, and we can see what is happening in the body. And that's really the game changer, to see, do we actually create change in the body? When we look at the tests we did so far, and this was actually done around 2020, when we had around 800,000 test results, Zinzino looked at what happens, or like where are people when they don't supplement at all with omega-3? And what they found, in average, the average person is 14.8 to 1. The people who actually used omega-3 supplements from the market, on average, were around 9.9 to 1. And that means something looks like it's happening in the body, but it's not going all the way down into the cell. And this is really what we saw in the balance oil. When we tested people again after 4 months, the average person was down to 2.8 to 1. So what we can really see is that combination with the polyphenol is the game changer, because this is where we can really make sure that it gets delivered all the way through the digestive system into the cell. And 95% of those who are actually consistently taking Zinzino balance oil for 120 days are back into balance. And that's a huge amount. And normally what we can see with the other 5%, there might be a gut imbalance and absorption issues. So you can dive deeper into next steps on kind of finding out the problem, why this is happening. As I said, we are working already with a lot of athletes. I think one of the most popular ones for everyone on this call and around the world is Man City in the UK, who are actually buying the product from us to give it to their athletes, which obviously at least tells me everything. So people are really, or athletes are really choosing this product to reduce their recovery time, for their own healthcare prevention, and increased energy levels and mental focus. And to round out kind of the foundation we have targeting the problems I called out in the beginning is our Zinzino Health Protocol. And this is really, for me, the foundation for prevention and health long-term. With the step 1, the balance oil, which I just shared the concept of the balance concept with you, is really about leveling out the omega-6 to 3 levels and supporting with that normal heart and brain function, and really reducing the inflammation in our body. Then with Zinobiotic, we have a beautiful fiber blend, which is out of 8 key fibers, which are really important to feed all the microbiomes in all areas of the gut, and is helping really to stay healthy and contributing to balanced cholesterol levels. And then we have Extend, which is a multi-immune food supplement, which is really important, supporting the whole immune function. And it has, for example, as well, beta-glucans in there, which are really, really important for the immune system and for our gut health as well. So the strategy with us as Zinzino is really we are adding before we are subtracting. Because I don't know if you noticed, but I think the hardest thing for people is to really change a habit. So it's really hard for us to maybe take something out of our diet because we know it's not healthy for us. But when we actually add good things into our diet, automatically long-term, we are seeing amazing results of change, because people get healthier, they feel better, they want to move, they feel energy again. And this is when they consciously start making changes in life. So it's adding before subtracting. Zinzino's focusing on a small, very tight range, let's put it that way, very focused on really targeting those key problems. As I said, for now, we have 3 tests. I'm looking forward to get to know at least 1 more test this year. So I'm excited for that launch, hopefully soon. Then we have our balance supplements, we have immune and restore supplements, and then focusing on gut health. And we have a skin care collection as well. Looking a little bit more, so now I kind of called out the key, I would say, features in a way, like why Zinzino as a business opportunity to really help people to create a healthier lifestyle. It's all about prevention, fundamental self-health. When we look from the business perspective, Zinzino is a global health and wellness company from Scandinavia. Our headquarters is in Gothenburg in Sweden, and we are at the NASDAQ. So you can go on our website and you can find all the ins and outs about Zinzino. You can see that we have a strong financial foundation with double-digit sales growth. And we have members of numerous local direct sales associations. So for example, if you are a client or a partner in the US, everything is set up from our US warehouse and offices. So there's no issues around customs or anything. You can truly work internationally with Zinzino, which is, in my opinion, really exciting and definitely helped me to use my network around the world. And it's really going from guest-based to test-based nutrition. This is really a global megatrend. We are just getting started. 500 million people are taking omega-3 supplements around the world. 1 billion people are supplementing with vitamins, and 1.5 billion use some form of specialized diet. So people are really conscious on how they want to eat, how they want to live. And it's really about supporting this, because we're going to test more than 1 billion people by 2050. As I said, we are just getting started with 1.2 million people being tested. And what we are seeing, 97% are failing their balance test. So there's a massive opportunity to really help people to understand that we need to look into testing to understand, are those supplements, are these things we are putting in our bodies actually helping us to be better? And Zinzino actually is rounding out in 6 growing industry, and it's really 6 growing industry in one business. So it's nutrition with evidence. It's all about health and wellness. It's about weight loss. It's about beauty and healthy longevity. It's about a home-based business and online sales. So you can really work from anywhere around the world. You just need access to internet and laptop, or maybe your phone, and you have your back office and everything you need on your phone or your tablet or your laptop. And I think we all see it around us. The world is changing, the needs are changing, and the businesses are changing. And Zinzino really has an unlimited business potential. And it's really on us to create what we want. And it's all about our activity. But what Zinzino offers is a proven training system that explains step by step how to achieve your goals. So there's a system in place with all the support around these kind of webinars. We have online tools to learn like on your own terms. We have mentor trainings. We have in location trainings, and it's really stepping into this great community of health professionals, well-being professionals, but as well people who just want to live a healthier life and want to bring health to their communities. And how you join is actually you just select a partner kit. It's really, you can join for free, but we always support to select a partner kit because first of all, it's important for yourself to use the product, try the product, test yourself. But then, of course, have product at home so you can give a test to people. You can use it for your business when you work as a therapist or work in a clinic. Of course, you have your own tests there, you have product there. And Zinzino actually is having a great offer with the Ultimate Partner Kit or with the basic partner kit building on with the advanced partner kit. You can actually get the money back after 12 months when you at least bring in 25 customer subscriptions within this year and have an active auto order. So this is really something which I find incredible because building your own business is hard already and having investment for that is really hard. But if you actually can invest one time, but you can get the money back, it's such a beautiful approach to really support entrepreneurs on all levels to empower themselves to create their own. And as I said, the Ultimate Partner Kit, I have this now in euro here. The Ultimate Partner Kit, for example, is £1,039. And this is saving you around 65% of the retail price. And then you can even get the money back after a year. And we have an incentive program as well in the beginning with a fast start bonus program, which the person who invited you on the call will go in depth in the follow-up call with you if you wish. But actually, you can earn the money back, which you invest here in the first 4 months with being active right away from the beginning. The compensation plan. So we want to really create residual income. So how you can earn money in Zinzino is, one, from customers, but then as well in building your team. And for every euro our customers spend, 50% is paid back to the partners in commissions and perks. The compensation plan is quite complex, so I don't want to bother you with all the details. I couldn't even in this short amount of time. But what's important to understand, you earn commission, but then as well you earn perks and bonuses the more activity you bring into the team. We have clients, we have partners who only want to work with customers, skin clinics, other clinics. They don't want to build a team, but they're really interested to have a customer career plan. So we have a great career plan in place, depending how many product subscriptions you bring into your business. You can earn between 10 and 30% commission. And then some additional incentives, like, for example, when you bring 100 customer subscriptions, you actually get a 10,000 euro one-time bonus. If you bring 200 customer points, you actually get a free trip to our director trip, which happens every year. This year, actually, it's going to Lanzarote. And it's really being invited for 4 days, I think, in a 5-star hotel, meeting the team, meeting the founder, meeting our doctors, and really spending some incredible time together to learn together, to inspire and together, and really having fun together as well. So really great incentives. So you can really build a very stable income with your customer plan. But if you really want to leverage your sales, you can build a team. And this is really something I, for example, focus on right now. And this is why we're here as well, to support you when you decide to join us. But in the beginning, it is your effort only. But then when you start bringing in people and you're working on this together, at some point, you're creating this team effort, which will then outgrow your own effort. And with Zinzino, I think one important thing is as well, it's all about how this fits into your life, into your lifestyle, and into your work, and how you want to implement that. And this is really important to carve out, especially in the beginning, to make sure how we can support you in the best way possible. Because with Zinzino, you can walk, run, or sprint. So it's up to you. Do you maybe just want to have your own free product, save some money on product, get discounts, get free products for your family, or help people in your community to improve their health? Then you walk and you bring in maybe 25 customer subscriptions, and that's it. Or maybe you want to really go for it and create a life of freedom and help thousands of people around the world to improve their health, and help other people in your community to create health and wealth, really creating financial freedom together and receiving world-class trainings on nutrition, business, self-development, mindset, going on great travels together, and really being part of this ambitious community. So it's really up to you, and you can make a decision. And from there, we can create a plan together with you. Because the business potential is, I always say, it's the sky is the limit. It's really up to us what we do about this. So the more activity you can bring in, you can have a monthly income from 200 euros up to 110,000 plus euro. So it's really up to you. And we are here as a team to really support you on mentoring you, on bringing you into the right mindset and helping you to build your dream. It's all about timing. It's all about timing for you. Where are you right now in your life? What do you want to bring into your life in the future? But then as well, it's all about timing where we are with Zinzino. And from that end, it's really perfect timing because, as I said earlier, we are just getting started. And Zinzino has ambitious goals. I always say, Zinzino will go without me. They're not waiting for me to join, but I really want to be part of this because I want to create change for people around me, people in the world, but then as well for myself. And this is what I think is super, super exciting because Zinzino is continuing the growth in opening up more and more markets around the world, and really creating this very, very exciting business model where it doesn't matter where you are in the world, can create a truly global business. And what I love about this as well, it's a purpose-driven business. As I mentioned in the beginning, I used to work in a corporate environment. And what I noticed over the time, even though I really, really had a lot of fun and I worked with amazing people together, it really got to me and it really changed my health because it was just very competitive and fast. And what I love about this business model, I always call it more a lifestyle business model. Create the relationships, creating your own health, working on yourself. It's all about personal growth. And then the finances, the career, and the lifestyle will come. And this is really what I noticed over the last 3+ years. It's really about first of all, that I feel good, that I'm healthy and my personal growth. I think that's something I never received in the corporate world as I did today. This kind of personal growth you get for yourself and how much you really dive into challenging yourself every day, growing, but then as well getting the support from mentors and people who are really successful in this business to really get the support you need to create what you want to get out of this. As I mentioned, we are a great network of all these amazing health experts around the world. Sophie, she's a midwife from the UK, and the products really changed her life, her family's life, and she really wants to bring this out to especially women going through pregnancy, want to get pregnant, and really supporting them through all parts of motherhood. Then Steve Denby. He is a mental health and well-being coach based in England as well. And then Katrina, for example, she's a beauty therapist. So you can come from all different areas of health, but as well, maybe it is just your personal goal of bringing health to people, and you are in the best place ever as well with Zinzino. So it's really kind of just a support system you get with this, with all these very well-educated experts from all areas. So yes, I like to invite you to shape the future of nutrition together. And I hope you got some inspiration out of this call and the other conversations you had already. And let's inspire change together. And I thank you all for joining this evening. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen and let's see if there are any questions. Oh, Lisa, sorry, I missed that. I always forget to record, sorry. I record another time. We do those every week, so we have another option again. We have already a recording from this one, and we will continue to do these webinars every Wednesday at 9 p.m. UK. But are there the other questions so far? Yes.
Katrin, you know when the blood test is taken, how long is it valid for? Before, do you know when sometimes when you got to take a blood test, you got to get it sent off within 48 hours? What's the time between it being taken and being sent off?
Well, you shouldn't have it at home for another 2 weeks sitting in the sun or something, but you can definitely, I always recommend to send it off in the next couple of days because obviously you need some time as well to make the way to Oslo. But for example, we work with people in Katie, she's in New Zealand, so it all takes a while and the tests are still good. So it's not that it's oh God, it needs to be done in 4 days. You have some time, but I wouldn't have it sit around.
No,
full on.
that's fine. No, I'm going to America with one of my colleagues, and I want him to do it over there, and then we bring it back. So I'm kind of trying to get the timing right so that I've got it just before I come home.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the best way. I actually did that already too. So yeah, get him tested towards the end of your trip, and then when you come back, send it off right away. Yeah,
Perfect.
that's
Thank
definitely
you.
possible. You're welcome. Mhm. Any other questions?
Great
All right.
presentation, Katrin. Thank you very much. I really got lots out of that.
Amazing.
Thank you, Katie. Thanks for joining. Yeah, thanks for everyone for joining. And as I said, please reach out to the person who invited you. And we do these webinars every Wednesday, 9 p.m. UK. So if you like this and you want to bring more people, please feel free to invite them as well. We do the customer presentation, diving more into the product side and kind of the science on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. UK. Sorry, it's always 8 p.m. UK, 9 p.m. CET. And then, sorry, Katie, you have to do the math for New Zealand because that direction I'm not so good.
It's 9
But I know
a.m.
it's
here
early
the
in the morning
following
for
day,
you.
so I get up and it's the first thing I do on a Tuesday morning and a Thursday morning.
Perfect, yes. So yeah, I thank you all for joining tonight and have a lovely evening and hope to see you soon.